Hello lords and ladies, Siawash here, and this is Persian Game Guide. Today is 17 June as I am recording this for you, and Crusader States map. House 10 has lost a lot of land to House 16. The only glory farm they have is this Lebanon state here. The rest has been taken over by House 16. It's not today's event. Since last week they are pushing and they have succeeded. If you go to total conquered villages, you can see the total conquered villages is just, and here I know more people than here. So yeah, let's go through. Dark Spirits is Iranian, Hamed Eskel and Hamza Islami, these are from One Piece. Braveheart is One Piece. Kakudo is Iranian. Lord Aaron is the House Marshal. We have from House 10 we have Ali Reza, the Last Kingdom here, by 32 villages captured. Unknown target is 24 villages captured. Merlin and also is familiar first. This Gewater is a rogue and he goes around. He just captured 2 of my villages because I just mentioned his name in the last video. These are the risk of this program that I have. So if you are not subscribed and you don't want to miss on this kind of exciting news when the loser suddenly turns the table and becomes the winner, you can subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate that. And then let's look at the most raised villages. So here we have the House 10. You can see the players here. Look at this. You can see almost the same, right? The number of raises belong to House 10, but I see more House 16 players in the first 3 pages of this report. So I can say that House 16 has more players who are raising, actively raising, and they have a higher number of raises done, possibly. Okay, but yeah, I mean the number of House 10 players who raising is also a lot, but the House 16 is seeming to have more players who are able to do this kind of thing. Anyways, we can see that, and let's move to the next map. So here we come to Welt 11. Let's go to the map. We see the situation is like this compared to the last week. Some counties has been taken over by House 19 and some counties has been taken over by House 2 here. They flipped the Czech Republic and Deutschland and Austria. All of it has been flipped, so it's all contested. I'm just showing you a screenshot or a instant in time. The map is very ever changing and a lot of things are happening in this world. What I know is that House 3 wants to be neutral. House 14 seems to be dropped out of the war. We can see here the most captured villages. We can see a lot of villages has been captured so far, and I see some equality of House 2 and House 19 here, seeming they are sort of doing it equally. And when we come to raise, you see that the House 19 is more dominant in raise. They have raised more villages than House 2 at the moment. When we come to weapons produced, we see House 14 is producing the most weapons. I think they are dropped out, but if we come to the achievements, this player has raised less than 10 villages, though he has the most weapon produced in the map, and he also have captured less than 7 villages. I think they dropped out, I'm not sure. Prolonged wars in the early game go on. Sometimes when you are sitting out, you're going to benefit the most. If this is a very prolonged war, like 200 days or so war between House 19 and House 2, the ones who sit out are going to be the beneficiary party because they are farming in peace and gathering faith points for later, and you know, the ones who are involved in the war maybe exhausted all of their quests and resources. this is the situation. 19 is having the 5-star, and yeah, that's all about it. I'm at the moment in house 6. It's a good house. So that's all for Welt 11. Let's move to the next map. This is Europa 9. Everything seems the same. House 10 has switched this one to house 19. So this Gewater, who is having 265 villages captured, he's a rogue. He just captured my villages in Crusader States. Just because I mentioned his name, I think he really likes the publicity. Anyways, he's a rogue. In every map, he is doing the same thing. He just capture villages, hop from one village to another village. So if you spot him near yourself, just know that his business is that and nothing else. And H5 is coming soon in Europa 9. So this is Global Conflict 10, and this is Era 6. You can see that there's no contestant. Of course, House 10 is reigning supreme. Let's see the goods pillaged. Yeah, this is the scoreboard for the goods pillage in Global Conflict 10. Nothing's happening here. People are just preparing to close the chapter, to close the server, and a new server will come soon. As it's clear now, House 10 will be the gold prize, House 1 will be the silver prize seemingly, and House 17 might be the bronze prize for this map. As things are standing. So at the moment, the house marshal for house 10 is from Toxic Farmers, and Aishuga, here we have him. He's king of Sierra Leone and South Sudan. Anyways, let's move to the next word. The next alphabetic word is Mondo. Nothing changed. Things are the same as the last week, and sort of no news here. Though my friends say they have difficulty joining the map because everybody who wants to join, they immediately get raised. You can farm in this world and, you know, come here, do treasure castles, but if you want to do so, you have to have some friends who are going to help you, you know, settle down here. I hope that helps you, and I hope I see you in Mondo having fun and hunting treasure castles. Let's move to the next word. So here's the Grand Duchy. The Grand Duchy, everything is almost the same as last week. Nothing changes. We are in the midst of Era 4, and I'm just trying to complete some quests here. It's peaceful map, not many rogues. Let's check the conquered villages. Yeah, this map seems to be under control. I'm looking for a neutral, you know, having this kind of stuff like ransacking or high stats in this kind of thing. We have these players might be rogues or might be from the previous houses who were defeated here. You can see his achievements. Here we have pillages. It's more than 2,000 packets, and ransacking more than 200 buildings. He have ransacked. Yeah, so this situation here is for now stable. Moving to the next map. This is the situation in USA. I don't think anything major changed here. Can see the total capture villages and total raise villages. You can compare to the last week. I think there's not much change here. Same goes for total raise villages. I think there's not much change here. Soon H5 is going to finish. I'm going to H6, 7 and finish the game. So this map is good for hunting treasure, castles and all. Here we have Lord Aaron III, the faction Heathens. This one was, I think, in Crusader States. He's a famous player now, leading in a few different worlds. Definitely a band of brothers, what I can see. Moving to the next world, here we have Welt 2. Of course, peace reigns on Welt 2. Glory round, so here House 17 is passing these stars to House 10. This map is going to go on for a very long time, hopefully. And yeah, look at it. A lot of famous players are here. So, like for example, House 13 is a Storm. Lil Bull is leading it. Tantor is a friend. House 15, we have the Reop leading the House 15. They are from World 2, one of the oldest worlds in this game. They have come here. If you don't know this group, you can go and see the interview that I had with them at the end of World 2. Explains a lot. You can, get to know these players and see what they have to say. So I put a link to that on top of the screen. They were also House 15 in World 2. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. At the moment, the only two active war zones are Welt 11 and Crusader States. So this is the update for this week. It was short. Thank you, my friends. I hope it was useful to you, and until the next one.